Am I good now? I think my son, I think I'm good now. I think my son was playing. My son was playing with my microphone. He was over here. I see what he did. He was playing with my mic. And I think I should be good now. Yeah, I seen he had put my mic on mute, and I didn't even know it. Over here messing with things he shouldn't be messing with. But like I said, man, salute to everybody in the building. When you come in the building, make sure that you smash on the like button, jump in the comments, let me know you're in the building, and we're gonna get it started for sure. And salute to my man, Mr. Wow, KQKC Boxing Network in the building. My man Gertz in the building, Kawhi Elliott, Mr. Know-It-All Rants, Specs in the building, Mox G in the building, Devin Bell. Let me see who else. Knockout Boxing 86 in the building. Hey man, I was listening to y'all cook over there yesterday, man. Great topic, man. Great show y'all had over there last night. I wanted to jump in, but shit, man, I was busy with the kids and everything, so but yeah, y'all was over there doing y'all thing for sure. Hot Boy Cool 23, what's happening with it? He said, shout out from Greenville, Mississippi. That's what it do for sure. Mike C in the building. Yeah. Like I said, as y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button for me. And we definitely gonna be cooking today. We definitely gonna be cooking today. We talking about some, hey, daddy, brush my hair, daddy. In the second part of my career, we taking over boxing again, Yeah, AB. Morgan Barb, what's happening with it? Shamar, what it do? Knockout Boxer said, we working. I set them up and they ain't even know it. You gonna love what happened tonight. Trust me. Okay, for sure. See what you got going on. Yes, sir. King Styles Production, what it do? King Styles, yeah, but like I said, we got a lot to cook on, man. It's my man Odie Obara off in the Cash App, man. And salute to you, man. I appreciate it. It's people that like you, man, that always support the channel, that keep the channel growing. Yes, sir. So it's highly appreciated, man. Jermaine Bean, what it do? He in that super chat, he says, Don King got a few PE teachers lined up for my boy. Yeah, that's what he gonna need. That's what he gonna need. So we definitely finna cook on that. We definitely gonna cook on that. 626 Jacob, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. Drink some of this coffee a little bit. Man, I need a sleeping aid, man, because my sleeping be bad, man. I be sleeping like on and off through the night, and I could do. That's why that's why when KQ be on his live streams talking about, he tired and he's sleepy, I be feeling KQ because shit, like I said, man, shit hard sometimes. But yeah, a lot going on in boxing, man. People going crazy, you know what I'm saying, with this whole Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia situation. But I'm definitely gonna cook on that. Because I heard some things, said on Knockout Boxing 86 TV panel yesterday. And I want to cook on that. I want to cook on that. Also, Devin Haney, when Gervonta Davis' name is in the mix, Devin Haney name in the mix. But I think that Devin Haney name should be in the mix because he's about to fight in May. He about to be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. I think a lot of people overlooking Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko is by far the toughest opposition that Devin Haney is, going to get in the ring with. And Vasyl Lomachenko, he didn't look too impressive his last fight. At first, I thought he lost to Jermaine Franklin. I'm going to keep it 100. Thought he lost to Jermaine Franklin. Then I went back and I watched the fight again because you see, if you a true boxing fan and you care about getting the, a close fight right, you always got to watch it more than once. Sometimes you might have to watch it 3 or 4 times, but I always watch a close fight. I make sure I watch a close fight more than once, right? I don't like to just run off my first impression. When you first watching the fight, everybody already have a preconceived expectation in their head when they first watching the fight. I don't give a damn who you are, right? So you need to watch it twice if it's a close fight. At first, I thought Jermaine Franklin got robbed. Went back and watched the fight, and Vasyl Lomachenko won that fight. It was still a close fight, but he did win that fight. Now, everybody overlooking Vasyl Lomachenko and thinking that Devin Haney is going to be an easy fight for Devin Haney. Well, if Vasyl Lomachenko come in the fight looking like he did against Jermaine Franklin, and no knock to Jermaine Franklin because Jermaine Franklin a good-ass fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not sleep on Jermaine Franklin and act like that he's not a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. But if Vasyl Lomachenko come in and look like he did in the Jermaine Franklin fight, which I wasn't impressed, yeah, I think Devin Haney wins that fight easy. But I really don't expect, and y'all get my likes up for me, please. If y'all can do me one favor and hit the like button, it's free. It don't cost nothing, right? So while you hitting the like button, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. What I'm saying is that if he does, I don't expect Vasyl Lomachenko to come in the fight with Devin Haney looking like he did against Jermaine Franklin. Y'all got to understand, he was over there in Ukraine. I'm not going to say that he was over there fighting in the war. You know what I'm talking about? But he was involved in it. So we don't, and he had a long layoff. You know what I'm talking about? He had a long layoff. We don't know how much, Vasyl Lomachenko was able to train, right, and keep himself in tip-top condition. We don't know if he was able to train and keep himself in tip-top condition while everything was going on over there in the Ukraine. So I'm pretty sure he had a long stint to where he was inactive. You know what I'm saying? When training camp came, he had to work himself back in shape. So I wouldn't expect to see the same Vasyl Lomachenko that I saw in the Jermaine Franklin fight. Now he's had that training camp. He's had that fight. He's had a time to get the rust off. And I expect to see a much better Vasyl Lomachenko in when he faces Devin Haney. I still think that Devin Haney is going to beat him. You know what I'm saying? Vasyl Lomachenko, to me, he's always had trouble with tall, long, rangy fighters. Go back to the Luke Campbell fight. Yeah, he beat Luke Campbell clearly. Wasn't no close to sit, but he did have trouble at times in that fight. So I expect Devin Haney to get the W for sure. But all in all, this is still going to be the toughest fight of Devin Haney's career. And, Vasyl Lomachenko, he ain't coming in there to lay down. He's not coming in there to lay down to Devin Haney. And I don't expect Vasyl Lomachenko to fight like he did, to fight Devin Haney like he did Teofimo Lopez. Because, and no knock to Devin Haney because he's much better than Teofimo Lopez to me. But one thing about Teofimo Lopez, he is explosive and he got that crack. And what he did early on in that fight, he was punching Vasyl Lomachenko everywhere, to the body, on the arms, on the shoulders, and he was letting Vasyl Lomachenko know, if you come in here and you get caught with some, this power will lay your ass out. Thing with Devin Haney, much different fighter, and he don't got that crack like that. He don't got that crack like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a better fighter to me. He just don't got that crack like that. So Vasyl Lomachenko, he gonna approach the fight different. All in all, I got him losing. But at the end of the day, just like I said about all these fights, we gotta watch him fight. We done seen a lot of surprising shit that we wasn't expecting happen in boxing before. You know what I'm saying? Who expected Caleb Plant to go out there and knock out my man Anthony Durrell, knock him out cold like that? Ain't nobody expected that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Who expected Anthony Joshua to get knocked out by fat ass Andy Ruiz? Didn't nobody expect that? So you know, we've seen things like Teofimo Lopez when he fought George Kambosos. Very, very, very few people can sit up and tell you that they picked George Kambosos to beat Teofimo Lopez and really believe that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, they got to get in the ring and fight before. Because I see a lot of people basically talking like the Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fight has already happened. Like that shit's past tense. A lot of people talking like that fight's already happened. Gotta wait till they get in the ring. Let me see what we got in the comments. Let me read some of the comments, and y'all smash the like button. Get my likes up. You know, it don't cost nothing. Don't cost nothing to hit the like button. My man Ultimate Fight Club in the building. Okay, congratulations to my man Ultimate Fight Club, man. One of the best trainers out here in the city. You know what I'm talking about? The best personal trainer out here in the city. And man, he said he made it to 4K, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Glad for you, man. Keep on doing your thing. And if you start doing a live stream, man, let me know. Let me know, man. Come and join the panel and get it popping. Fard, salute. Is that how you said? Ferret, my bad. Ferret. Brian Branch, what's happening with it? Why? What it do? DP Rocker in the building. My man Knockout say, get you one of them air diffusers and put some lavender in it, bro. Help me when I had trouble sleeping. Air diffuser and put text me that. Text my phone and text me that, Knockout, so I don't forget. I need something, man. I need some help because a lot of these nights, man, I cannot. I'm off and on with my sleep. You know what I'm saying? I sleep for real good, and I wake up and I be woke for a while, then sleep good, and I'm off and on. Johnny Q, what's happening with it? My man Knockout say, team rewatch the close fights for sure. Drop them gems on them. Yeah, you got to rewatch the close fights. You can't just run with it. You know what I'm talking about? Dank Father, what it do? Did I say Jermaine Franklin? Hey, y'all, did I say Jermaine Franklin? I meant Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if, by reading the comments, it looked like I said Jermaine Franklin. Y'all know I meant Jermaine Ortiz. I ain't even know I said that. Shit, I'm starting to get like my pops and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm saying my pops will fuck up. Hey, he'll fuck up your name real quick. Hey, boy, I'm going across there to the Burger Chef. You want something from the Burger Chef? Be like, Pops, it's Burger King. It ain't Burger Chef. Same thing. And so I remember years ago, you know what I'm saying? Years ago, about 30 years after him saying Burger Chef, I said, man, where you get this Burger Chef from? He said it used to be a Burger Chef, you know what I'm saying, back home. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a Burger Chef years ago when he was young. It was, you know what I'm saying, it was a spot called Burger Chef. So Burger King to him, ever since then, you know what I'm saying, been called Burger Chef. And you know, I mean, and it was the anger, and I tell y'all the time. See, y'all, a lot of y'all got Carl's Jr.'s, right? I mean, a lot of y'all got Hardys. A lot of y'all got Hardys. We got Carl's Jr.'s out here, but I know back home it's Hardys in the South, and then in the Midwest and the East, it's Hardys. But Carl's Jr.'s and Hardys is basically the same thing, right? So out here in the Southwest, we got it's Carl's Jr.'s. So I remember one time, this is a long time ago, this probably like 13 years ago. We pull up, you know what I'm saying? I met my pops at the Carl Jr.'s, and they had just came out with the Angus burger, right? I'm gonna tell y'all, this shit funny. I hope my pops ain't watching right now. Hey, so they had just came out with the Angus burger, you know, and so we go up to the counter. The Mexican lady, she's like, you know, well, you know, what y'all want? And he like, yeah, right there. Let me get one of them angle burgers. And she like, she barely don't know how to speak English. Like, excuse me, yeah. Let me get one of them angle burgers. You know, and at this time, if y'all know wrestling, at this point in time, the wrestler Kurt Angle was big. You know what I'm talking about? The Kurt Angle was big at the time. So he up there talking about an angle burger. So she like, huh? I don't know. And I'm in the back of him. I'm trying not to laugh and shit. Then he just said, I said angle. Let me get an angle burger. You can't hear the angle burger right there. Hey, I had to leave out the store. That shit killed me. I left out the store and dropped to my knees. I was laughing so goddamn hard. You know. Oh shit. Hey, I dropped to my knees. I was laughing so goddamn. The angle burger. You can't hear it? I want let me get an angle burger. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now I be fucking up words all the time. I was laughing at him. You know what I'm saying? I was always the one laughing for fucking up words all the time. Now my kids and my lady sheep, they be catching me fucking up words all the time. I guess that come with getting older, right? Oh man. But anyway, y'all smash the like button. We go get back to this boxing. We go get back to this boxing. You know, y'all smash on my like button. It's free, like I said. Let me see who we got in the building. My man Snacks B in the building. The Queen Sheena is in the building. Al Booger, what's happening with it? Rick Tins, what it do? My man, Sweet Science Examiner in the building, what it do? Yeah, it's a different when you studying fights, dog. And I studied many fights. My man Rick Tins said Carl Jr. always closed down, can't get no business. Yeah, man. But the difference between Carl's Jr.'s and Hardy's, they kind of like, it just depends where you at because they franchise. But I remember, you know what I'm saying, growing up, man, going to Hardy's. Hardy's had them breakfast biscuits with that gravy on that joint. Man, they don't make the same. They don't make food like they used to, though. Rick Terry said, my kids always make fun of my words and voice. They irritate me like a mother. Hey. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. Detroit, BC, what's happening with it? Now let's get into it. Man. AB, Mr. Daddy, brush my hair, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? AB the problem. He just signed with Mr. Only in America, baby. Only in America. Don King. AB signed with Don King. And I seen it and I was surprised, but then I thought about it and I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that he signed with Don King. Y'all know why? Because AB last fight was being promoted by Christy Martin. And the platform that they was fighting on, everybody know, was BLK Prime. Well, Christy Martin, she didn't spoke on BLK Prime and she didn't said they don't pay and she'll never work with them again, right? And she also said that Don King, one thing about Don King is she's never had a problem with Don King paying her or her fighters. She said that she loves doing business with Don King because Don King do great business. So with that being said, I know that AB was working with Christy Martin, you know, before. So Christy Martin probably directed Adrien Broner to Don King. You know, that's how that happened. I'm pretty sure that Christy Martin, you know, put the word in for Adrien Broner and told AB, you know, go holler at Don. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at Don King. Don King will set you up right. And it looks like Don King got Adrien Broner set up right. Now, I don't know if Don King still do business like he used to. He's older now. You know what I'm talking about? He older now. He probably don't got too much. I think Don King is probably, you know, 90 or in his 90s. Right? I think Don King in his 90s. So I don't know if he do. We know back in the day, Don King was doing dirty business. I don't know if he still do that. He a much older man now. But if you see this picture right here, it looks like that Don King already done gave AB some bread. He done gave AB a little advance. You know, we know Don King. Hold on. Let me get it focused. Y'all can see. But we know Don King. We know how he do business. He'll give you that money up front. He gonna give you, he gonna give you that bag up front. If you need a bag, come holler at old Don. This is how Don used to do business. I watched the whole documentary on Don King. And when I say Don King was one of the most low down, dirty jokers that I ever, you know, read about, watched about. Don King that joker was ruthless. I forgot what the documentary was called, but I'll figure it out and I'll let y'all know. But man, y'all gotta watch this documentary. It's a real one. It's not that bullshit that they had on HBO, Only in America and all that shit. No, it's like a real documentary, and you can only see it on YouTube. And man, Don King, he was a motherfucker for real. But now how Don King used to work, right? Is Don King, he'll give you need $2 million up front. I bet. Yeah. He go, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna make sure he get all of that shit back. He gonna make sure he get all of that shit back. And back in the day, if you fuck with Don King money, he might stump your ass out to death. For real. But it looked like Don King set Adrien Broner up, you know what I'm saying? Gave him an advance. And hopefully AB get his bread, you know, hopefully whatever he do the right thing with his bread this time. And, you know, I heard AB in the article, I read him talking, and he says that he's looking to become a world champion again, a multi-world champion, and he's looking to defend the belts over and over again. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, right? It ain't happening. Like I said, it's not gonna happen. And like I said, I hate to sound negative, but it just ain't gonna happen. Ain't no way that Adrien Broner is gonna become a champion and defend the belts over and over again. The only way that Adrien Broner become a champion, if they turn back the hands of time, right? And give him the same competition at 130 pounds, 135 and 140 pounds that Terrence Crawford fought. And them dudes ain't around no more. They give him the same competition that Bud fought at 135 and 140. He probably could become a champion again and defend it a few times. But them dudes ain't around no more. So at the landscape that we looking at, we talking about 140 pounds to become champion. It ain't no easy pickings now, dog. It ain't gonna happen. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what they had planned for Adrien Broner. YK Mill, Adrien Broner ain't beat no Puyo. He's not. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening, dog. But I don't know what they have planned for Adrien Broner. But as soon as he fights somebody, that is, you know, stiff competition, that's some real competition. You talking about fighting Regis Prograis. They put him in the ring with somebody like Regis Prograis. That shit gonna get ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real ugly, like Seal and Precious had a baby. That's how ugly that shit gonna get. Gonna get real ugly for AB. I don't know what they're gonna do. They give him the same competition that he had. If they give AB the same type of competition that he had at 135 pounds, then he might look like the Can Man again. Maybe. But it ain't gonna happen. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no Gavin Reese's and fucking Vicente Escobedo's and them dudes ain't around at 140 pounds. They just ain't. So, like I said, I hate to sound negative, but where do you go? Like, how do you where do you go with AB career if you his promoter? Who do you put him in the ring with? Because you got to be very, very careful. Only way AB, Rick 10 said, only way AB become a champ again if Cambo magically get a belt at 140, 147, and AB face him. If you said Kambosos, he can't beat George Kambosos. Hey, Nick J, salute. Hey, you know that's ugly, Nick J. You know what I'm talking about? Seal and Precious having a baby together, it don't get no uglier than that. But it ain't. Yeah, he can't beat George Kambosos, dog. That man AB can't beat George Kambosos, dog. For real. Real talk. Will Eubank said AB is coming for it. Watch, he will win the belt. Okay. I guarantee you wouldn't put a dime on that. I guarantee you wouldn't put a dime on that. The only niggas that really, really believe that Adrien Broner can win the championship fighting stiff competition is niggas from Cincinnati, and they don't even believe that. And I had to think about that for a long time because I don't think AB even believe that shit. Will Eubank says, I will bet everything I have that AB win a belt. And okay. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, Will Eubank. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you like this. I hope you don't have shit. And if you do have something, you ain't going to have shit if you bet it all on AB. I'm going to tell you like that. And I'm going to just keep it that simple. If you willing to bet everything that you have on Adrien Broner becoming a champion and defending the championship multiple times, well, you not finna have a motherfucking thing after you do that. Real talk. And if you do some dumb ass shit like that, you need to make a you need to shit come out with a show and have everybody follow you around every day of your life and make that shit a reality TV series. And call that shit from something to nothing. Cause you ain't gonna have nothing after you bet all that shit on Adrien Broner. Make a reality TV show and call that shit from something to nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a backup plan to make some money after you lose it all. Dank Father says, put AB in with Mickey Bay or Tevin Farmer. I like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. That's solid. I like to see that. I wouldn't say he's going to beat any one of them, but I mean, I like to see that. Think that's his best bet, because they both been out for, Mickey Bay, Tevin Farmer both been out for a long, long time. Mr. Mechanical said 140 is shark infested. AB ain't beating no top guys. Not at all. But yeah. Y'all smash on the like button for me. Let's check the likes and see where the likes is at. Cause like I said, we cooking. We cooking in here today. We finna get to really, really cooking. We finna heat it up. So let's see if y'all fucking with me today. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the likes up, y'all. It's a lot of y'all in here that ain't hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Will Eubank says, tell you what, if AB wins the belt, I get to have a boxing chat with you live. I mean, that's cool with me, bro, but that ain't gonna never happen. So don't hold your breath. And I'm gonna give you the best advice anybody ever gave you in your whole entire life. Don't bet a goddamn dime on AB winning no belt. Don't do it. And don't bet on AB to win a fight if they put him in with some good competition. Don't do it. And I like AB. See, the thing is I fuck with AB, but I'm just real. I'm a realist. It ain't happening. Just not. But yeah, get the likes up and we gonna cook, So I don't know what Don King does with AB. Whatever he do, he gotta be very, very careful with anything that he do with AB as far as putting him in the ring and who he puts him in the ring with. But Don King is a smart man. Don King, even though he's a lot older now, Don King got sense enough to know how to move AB in his career, and he got sense enough to know that AB ain't what AB think he is, and AB ain't what niggas from Ohio think he is. And like I said, salute to Ohio. You know what I'm talking about? But a lot of y'all just ride with Adrien Broner blindly. LeVar Cooper, what it do? Salute. Yeah, but Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's happening with it? But yeah. So like I said, man, y'all get the likes up. They don't really send my notifications out like that no more. They only send them, a few notifications out to, a few select people I see. But oh snap. Let me watch this real quick. They just leaked the sparring of Conor Benn and Kell Brook. Let me check this out real quick. Let's see. Conor Ben juiced up ass. That's some good work. You can just look at Conor Ben and tell he just juiced up. Conor Ben, he a lot more faster and explosive than Kell Brook looked in this sparring. But they both getting it in though. It's good work for sure. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Like they was both getting it in. It was good work on both ends. But you could just tell Conor Ben is juiced up. Juiced all the way the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He juiced all the way. Dub right side, what it do? What's happening with it? Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. But going back, AB, whatever happened to him, I hope he get his bread. I hope he don't act a fool and throw his money away. And they have to make sure that they very careful with who they put him in the ring with. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, I'm hearing people saying that these Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis tickets on the floor now, some of them tickets on the floor is going for $50,000 plus. I'm listening to Oscar De La Hoya talk, and he like, man, my tickets wasn't even never that high. $50,000 plus. These people done lost their goddamn mind. They saying tickets up close, close to the ring now, is going for $50,000 plus now for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. Brandon House, what's happening with it? That shit crazy. Like these people that lost these ticket resellers then lost their motherfucking mind. Ultimate Fight Club says the way the fight is going, this is going to be the biggest gate in history. What it's looking like, if motherfuckers is paying $50,000 plus to sit, on the floor and close to the ring for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, it got to break records. This shit crazy. Oscar said he ain't never seen ticket prices this high. Now, I know that's a lie because ticket prices for Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, I seen them that high like that. The ticket resellers were selling them like that for Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy as hell. But as far as I'm watching Knockout Boxing, right, and they having a discussion on the panel, and and the topic comes up, is Ryan Garcia one of the best fighters? Like if you put Ryan Garcia in there, right, with all of the 135-pound fighters, is he one of the best? Right? Is he one of the best? Woke, because they was on some bullshit. They fucking with my channel and they basically demonetized it. So, you know what I'm saying? It made me wait for I gotta wait for days to get a review. That they've been doing that shit to all my videos, so I just took it down. Yeah, so I'll put it back up once they go through and do what the hell they gotta do. Wasn't no cursing in it. I didn't say nothing in it. They just been fucking with all my videos. So, yeah, that's why I haven't been dropping no videos like that. They did that shit to me last month, and then they finally stopped, and now they doing it again. So, yeah, that's why. But like I said, once they stop the bullshit, I'll put it back up. For no reason, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I notice what they doing. You know, I notice what they doing. Every time I come on here and I talk about some real shit that's going on in society, like, you know, just the shit that's going on with society, how they trying to, you know, push certain agendas. I'm not even gonna talk about it, how society is trying to push certain agendas on children and change the way that, you know, men are supposed to be and women. That every time I talk about some shit like that, I notice they'll go back and they'll start fucking with all my videos. So we know what community run YouTube. I just leave it at that. We know what community runs YouTube. But anyway, moving along. So, like I said, I'm hearing them talk. It was a lot of people that saying that was up on Knockout panel. Well, I don't know. You know, it's people on Knockout's panel that was trying to say that Ryan Garcia ain't the best, ain't one of the best. You know what I'm saying? That Ryan Garcia is not one of the best. And I was listening to my man BFTB, and BFTB says, well, Gervonta Davis, because I heard Knockout say, well, first of all, he is one of the best, and then Knockout says that he is the best fighter, you know, that was available at the division, right? And Knockout said, nah. I mean, not Knockout. BFTB says, nah. Frank Martin. He could have fought Frank Martin, and then, you know, Knockout pointed out that Frank Martin had just fought or whatever. But let me stop it right there, right? Because for somebody to say that Ryan Garcia is not one of the best, how do you say that he's not one of the best? How do you say that Frank Martin is better than Ryan Garcia? How do you know that if they ain't got in the ring and fought each other? What has Frank Martin done that tell us that he's better than Ryan Garcia? Just ask it. What is Frank? And I like Frank Martin. I fuck with Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin is a very good fighter. But what has Frank Martin done to show that he's better than Ryan Garcia? What has Ryan Garcia done to show y'all that he is not worthy, that he's not one of the best? Because the last time I checked, Ryan Garcia knocked out pretty much everybody he been in the ring with damn near. I think except for two opponents. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out everybody he been in the ring with except for maybe two opponents. Let's pull up Ryan Garcia's record. So Ryan Garcia is 23-0 with 19 KOs. So he had a unanimous decision win against Jason Velez way back in his first unanimous decision win. First person he didn't stop was way back in 2018. Then the next person he didn't stop either. He had a win against Carlos Morales. So that's two. And then Emmanuel Tego. So he didn't stop. So two back-to-back opponents in 2018. That was 5 years ago. And then he didn't stop Emmanuel Tago, but he won every round. You know what I'm saying? Won every round. So what has, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think that, what has Ryan Garcia done to say that he not one of the best? Because all of these dudes, well, because he fight with his chin in the air, he's still knocking out everybody he get in the ring with. All of these guys have flaws. I seen, let's go back to Frank Martin, right? I seen Frank Martin fight, what's his name? The Puerto Rican dude or the whatever his name is, and he had trouble against him. Then he came back and he looked great against, you know what I'm saying, the fake Muhammad Ali. So all these guys have flaws. And like I said, when I say what I'm saying, I'm not taking nothing away from Frank Martin. But how can you say that Frank Martin is downright better than, Martinez, Jackson Marinez, right? Frank Martin had trouble against Jackson Marinez, and he had to pull out a late knockout, but he still did it. Still pulled it out. Ryan Garcia got dropped early by Luke Campbell, but then he came back and dominated Luke Campbell and knocked him out, stopped him. We've seen Gervonta Davis struggle against opponents and then come back and knock them out. All of them got flaws. So how can you say that Ryan Garcia is not one of the best? What has he shown you for you to say that he's not one of the best? Has he lost to a fighter that he wasn't supposed to lose to? That everybody thought he was going to beat to show you that he wasn't one of the best? So where is the evidence to say that he is not one of the best? You know what I'm saying? Nick J says the same way some say Tank is better than Devin. The eye test tells me he's better than Ryan, and his coach makes me more confident Frank beats Ryan, in my opinion. That's your opinion. The key word, Nick J, is your opinion. But like I said, what has Frank Martin done? Because you know what I'm saying? The eye test can tell you a whole bunch of shit. If you go watch Mike Tyson in his prime, the eye test will tell me that he the best fighter that ever fucking stepped in the goddamn ring. And that's for real. He the best heavyweight to ever lace up the gloves. But over time, the eye test proved that to be false. You know what I'm saying? Your eye test might be different than my eye test. It might be different than somebody else's eye test. Somebody else's eye test might tell you that the way that Ryan Garcia hand speed is, the way that his power is, and the way that he just knocking motherfuckers clean out, they eye test might tell you that he better. So that's all an opinion. It comes down to what has that fighter done to tell you, okay, yeah, he better. You know what I'm saying? He's better. So, like I said, how can you say that Ryan Garcia is not worthy and that he is not one of the top fighters at 135 if you put him in the 135 division? How are you saying that he's not one of the top fighters? No, Nito and Rachel, salute. That's the question I'm asking. Let me see what Knockout said. Knockout says because Frank Martin is Errol Spence fighter, black, and trained by Derek James. Big Doe says by the eye test, Martin is better, but by resume, I think Martin win over Rivera is better than any Ryan wins maybe. Who did Rivera beat? You know what I'm saying? Because I can say that I think that Ryan Garcia win over Luke Campbell is better. Like, you could easily say that. You know what I'm talking about? Because I never was, everybody was always, and people that watch me heard me in knockout. You remember me saying Rivera ain't that impressive to me. I don't know what y'all keep seeing in Rivera. This is before the Frank Martin fight. I said he ain't really that impressive to me. What did y'all see in Michelle Rivera that was so fucking good? I'm still trying to figure that out. And I said this before he ever got in the ring with Frank Martin. And I'm a big fan of Frank Martin. And I'm not saying that Frank Martin ain't better than Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying that he is better than Ryan Garcia. I'm saying that I don't know. I've seen Frank Martin. I've seen areas where Frank Martin needs to improve. I done seen areas where Ryan Garcia needs to improve. I don't know who better. My eye test tells me that Ryan Garcia is much more dangerous than Frank Martin. Also, my eye test tells me that Frank Martin is has much better footwork than Ryan Garcia. But my eye test told me, and I argue with a lot of people, that Michelle Rivera wasn't that good. And Frank Martin got in the ring with him and showed and proved what I have been saying all along, that he wasn't that goddamn good. So that, you know what I'm saying, Frank Martin looked good in that fight, but Michelle Rivera, he didn't look that good to me. Go back to, I don't know them opponents that Michelle Rivera fought. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't fought nobody. But I'm going to pull up his resume so I can give y'all the name. Hold on. When he fought Jerry Perez, right? This is an 8-round bout. He won the fight. He didn't look that good to me. Like, real talk. Michelle Rivera didn't look that good to me. Like, at times, he was having tough fights against opponents that he should have been running through to me. You know what I'm saying? He fought Joseph Adorno. I seen him have problems in that fight. He won those fights, but he just didn't look like, oh man, this the one. Like, a lot of y'all was talking about, like, Michelle, like, what was it? Because he had a flat top like Muhammad Ali or something? Like, what made y'all think that he was that good? Because he didn't show me that. So I'm just trying to understand where y'all coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me. I've always said that, Ryan Garcia to me was one of the best. Do I feel that he is the best? Nah. I don't feel that he the best. You know what I'm saying? But that's my opinion. You feel me? I don't feel that Gervonta Davis is the best. I feel that Shakur Stevenson is the best. That's what my eye test tell me, that Shakur Stevenson is the best. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I hear some people talk and they just think that because they said it's law. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing. We all have opinions. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all your opinion. People gonna go off of who they like and all of that shit, right? I just say that they got to get in the ring and we'll see. We will see. I always thought that Ryan Garcia was the most dangerous fight for Gervonta Davis. I always said that. I looked at the landscape and I thought that Ryan Garcia was the most dangerous fight for Gervonta Davis because of the things that he possessed. Now, toughest fight and dangerous fight is two different things. You know what I'm talking about? That don't mean that because it's a tough fight don't mean it's the most dangerous fight. You know what I'm saying? If I look at the toughest fight for Gervonta Davis, I'm going with Shakur Stevenson right off rip without even thinking about it. To me, that's the toughest fight. The next toughest fight is Devin Haney. But the most dangerous fight to me in that division for Gervonta Davis is Ryan Garcia. Because he has the highest probability of hurting Gervonta Davis and knocking him out cold. That don't mean he the best fighter. But like I said, man, ain't none of these fighters fighting each other until now. None of them are fighting each other till now, so we can't run around and say, oh, man, he ain't this. He's not even the top 10 in the 135 division. How? What he done to tell you that he's not a top 10 in the 135-pound division? Who he lost to? Who he got beat up by? Who he had a real close fight by in the past 5-6 years? Like, y'all got to make this shit make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to make this shit make sense to me. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna drop the link and we can talk. We could, you know what I'm saying? We could cook on this and we could cook on other things. Let me get the link and I'll drop the link in the chat. I think that people tend to go off of who they don't like. If they don't like a fighter, then they want to get on their channel and dog them and act like they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of that shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just go off of, like, people don't even keep it 100 no more and just talk boxing from a real point of view, a real standpoint. They just go off of just their feelings on how they feel, you know, on a certain fighter. And, you know, a lot of people don't like what I say because I'm going to keep it 100. I don't go off of narratives because this other channel said it and I rock with them and then I got to go off of what they say. A lot of y'all be doing that shit. Niggas don't be liking what I say because one day I might say some shit about Ryan Garcia. The next day I might say some shit about Tank. The next day I might say some shit about my favorite fighter that y'all thought I was rocking with heavy. It's just keeping it real. You know, that's it, man. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia are two of the best fighters in that division. Until they all get together and prove me wrong, then you can say different. Real talk. You can't sit up here and say that he ain't in the top 10 and this, and that. Why? Because you said it? Because a certain person said it that don't like that fighter? Or like what does that fucking supposed to mean? You know? Just because we all have a platform, right, doesn't mean that what we say is just fucking law. You know what I'm saying? We just all got different opinions. But yeah, like I said, if y'all want to, I'm gonna pin the link in the chat. If y'all want to come up here and cook, y'all be free. Y'all can come up here and you know, click on the link. But yeah, and you know, as far as the rehydration clause and all of that shit, I feel some type of way about that because I wanted to see, like I said before, I wanted them to go into this fight with no questions. You beat him, you beat him. He can't say that he wasn't at his best, he was drained, or, you know what I'm saying, vice versa. You know what I'm talking about? I want to see both fighters at their best. So I wasn't feeling that rehydration clause and all of that shit. you know, because until I hear a lot of people saying, oh man, that's an unfair advantage. Well, boxing is what it is. They weigh in the day before and they're able to hydrate to whatever the fuck they hydrate to. Until boxing changes that and go back to same day weigh-ins, until that happens, if that ever does happen, you know, if you do anything other than that, unless you fight for the IBF, you're trying to get an advantage. You're trying to give yourself the best possibility to win. That's just what it is. And I don't want to see fights where one fighter is trying to give themselves a physical advantage. If the ring is smaller, right, or if you want a bigger ring, you just got to be able to make that adjustment. I don't care about that. If you fighting with, you know, gloves on, right? You fighting with gloves on, and the A-side fighter say, you know what? I want him to wear these type of gloves. That's cool. Y'all got the same gloves on. Ain't no person getting no type of advantage over the other person physically. It's a difference between having a mental advantage, having a, you know what I'm saying, just the regular A-side advantage, than having a possible physical advantage. Now, Ryan Garcia says, you know, it ain't going to be a problem for him. But he also says that he ain't never had to do nothing like this. He ain't never. So he don't know. You know, he signed the contract. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't have signed it. He signed the contract, so it is what it is at this point in time. You know, he has to live with the outcome. You feel what I'm saying? He got to live with the outcome. He get in that ring and you know, realize that, goddamn, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not myself. Hold on, my doorbell ringing. Probably some delivery man. But yeah, if he get in the ring and feel like that he's not himself, it's too late then. You didn't sign the contract now, dog. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear that excuse, even if it is legit. You know what I'm saying? And it probably will be legit, but that's on you. So like I said, man, he has, and I'm gonna say this once again, right? To everybody that's listening, to everybody that want to make an excuse. I'm not finna make an excuse for Ryan. Because like I said this, right? It comes down to this dude something's wrong with this dude for real. Like something is really, really mentally wrong with this dude. This dude has like 20 or 30 different accounts. And it's just weird. And the thing that I noticed is he has a wrench on Blue Blood's channel. Why does Blue Blood just anyway, moving along. But anyway, you know, so like I said, man, Ryan Garcia, from the time that he get off that scale, right? From the time that he gets off of that scale, he has a decision to make. Do I care about the money? Or do I care about my career in the long run? And do I really care about winning the fight? If he care about the money and he feel that he killing himself trying to deal with the rehydration clause, well, go on and do the shit. But if you care about the win and you really want to go in there at 100%, tell them fuck your rehydration clause and get on that scale. Whatever the fine is, get on the scale, you know, the day of the weigh-in, the day of the fight, and weigh in however much you want to weigh in. Because like I said, bro, you go out there, and if you sucked up dry, don't nobody care at that point in time. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to give Ryan Garcia no excuse after that. You know what I'm saying? He going to be all type of divas and supermodels and Instagram models and TikTok stars, and we knew he wasn't shit in the first place and all of that. And Gervonta Davis is going to go on to do what he do, you know? So he got that choice now. Like Gary Russell, like, right? And I'm going to pass it to Knockout and let him cook after this. I just got to make one example. Gary Russell, to this day, he still talks about how he was dehydrated in the fight with Vasyl Lomachenko because they made a mistake on the scales and he had to basically, you know what I'm saying, cut 5 pounds when he thought he was on weight. And the late great Batman, my brother Batman, before he passed, he always used to say, he says, man, me and Gary got into it because I told Gary, you know, just fuck that. Just be overweight. He said, just be overweight. Don't kill yourself. And he said, Gary didn't listen to me. And now to this day, he still regrets it. So, you know, don't nobody go back and say, well, man, Gary Russell was drained and this and that. No, people say Vasyl Lomachenko beat Gary Russell. When you look at the motherfucking records, Vasyl Lomachenko beat Gary Russell. That's what you got to live with. So make the right decision for yourself. It ain't all about money because, hey, you fuck around and win, that money gonna come back to you 10 times, 20 times over. But knockout, man. Go ahead and cook, man.
Salute, bro. Salute, bro. Salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all hear my man Keon like button, bro. Look, man, everything you said was all fact. I start hearing it. I want to go back to the shit you was talking with Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin, but everything you said was all fact. It's the same shit that I would want Devin to do. You know what I'm saying? With Loma, like you the undisputed champion, that's cool. But we all seen that you looked dry the last time you tried to weigh in. So if you Devin Haney, bro, and you get to making that weight with Loma, and you get down to 138, you get down to 137, you start feeling dry, you start feeling what? You start feeling like you ain't yourself, man. Fuck them belts, bro. You weigh in at 137, you weigh in at 138, take whatever penalties, drop them belts, do whatever, and you fuck Loma up. Because all people gonna remember is that you beat his ass, bro. And so it's the same thing for Ryan. You right with that shit, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, they got that rehydration clause on you. You getting that bitch. How bad do you want to win? Are you just there for a money grab so you gonna make 146 no matter what? Or are you trying to win? If you're trying to win and you don't feel like yourself, I won't Tank to fight you at your full strength anyway. So say fuck that motherfucking rehydration clause. Go in there in the best version of yourself. Because you know at the day of the fight, they ain't gonna stop that motherfucker. They might be mad. You might get a big fine and shit. They may talk shit, call you unprofessional, all that shit. But ain't nobody gonna stop that show the day of, bro, because you come in overweight. So he got a decision to make. Shit, I think Tank do what he do to him no matter what, bro. So I ain't tripping on no shit like that. So cause I want to see him be his best self. So I agree with that. And that's the difference between me and a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it later tonight, but the energy don't change over here. It's the same for everybody. We're gonna talk about it though. And so I agree with everything you were saying. And then I also agree that, bro, like Keon would tell y'all, dog, like everybody on this chat that know me, bro, like I rock heavy with Tank Davis, bro, 110%. But the rehydration clause shit, bro, it make you look weak, bro. Even if it don't affect Ryan in the fight, the fact that you even put it in there, the fact that you even asked for it, it make you look just like Canelo when Canelo did it. It make you look just like, you know what I'm saying, Manny. It make you look just like Oscar. It make you look like every A side before you, dog. So we ain't no way around that, bro. If you truly, and see, that's the thing that I don't be understanding about people. If you truly a fan of somebody, you truly rock with somebody, bro, I'm gonna tell you like, nah, that fucked up, bro. That fucked up, bro. Like, nah, don't do that. Like, don't do it. They don't look good, bro. Do this instead, and it's gonna make you look stronger. Do this instead, and it's gonna give you more respect. Cause I ain't no yes man ass dude, bro. I ain't here to just say what I think people want hearing shit. I'm gonna tell you what I really think. So that's my thoughts on the rehydration clause. They ain't changing for nobody, bro. My stance don't change, bro. It's always gonna be the same on issues and shit. Now, as far as what you were saying, cause I ain't gonna give away all the points and shit, right? As far as what you were saying about Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia, what they won't tell you, and what's the secret that they won't tell you, while Ryan Garcia is trash and Frank Martin is the goods and all this shit, and he's so much better than Ryan. Y'all know they got a motherfucking common opponent, right? Y'all know they done fought the same person before, right?
You know?
Yeah, you know that y'all know they both been in the ring with the same person. Do y'all know the difference? Y'all know what happened in those fights between the two? If you don't, I can tell you. But Ryan Garcia, Romero Duno couldn't last a round with him. Couldn't even last 3 minutes with Ryan Garcia. He went 4.5. He went 4 rounds with Frank Martin, though. Y'all like, but people acting like Ryan ain't dangerous. Ryan ain't this or this person is better, bro. The only reason, and I don't care what y'all tell me, because I remember, bro, I've been here long enough. The only reason that a lot of people are acting like Tank and Ryan is a trash ass fight and it's this and it's that. It's because Tank is the one fighting them, bro. If they announce Tank or if they announce Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, bro, all of a sudden it's a great motherfucking fight. All of a sudden it's a real good fight to some of y'all. If they announce Loma versus Ryan to the Loma fans, all of a sudden Ryan is a great fight, bro. This all just stems from you pick and you choose, and your stance to change depending upon the name of the fighter. If it's this fighter over there, then this is what I'm gonna believe in. This is what I'm rocking with. If it's that fighter over there, now I believe in this. That's the type of shit y'all on, bro. A lot of y'all, dog. And that's just what it is, bro. If Frank Martin is a good fight, bro, Ryan Garcia a good fight. They on the same motherfucking level, man. They on pretty much the same level. If you want to just keep it a buck, both contenders, both showed a lot of promise, both doing what they supposed to do against the competition that they done faced, bro. That's it. That's all. That's what they both doing. So miss me with that shit. Y'all just like Frank Mo because Earl Spence, he a man down promotions fighter. Like I said in Keon chat, bro. Y'all just like Frank Martin more because y'all like Derrick James more, bro. And you don't like the bullshit that Ryan did when he was, mental health issues, the interim champion, ducking Devin Haney, running around this bitch capping left and right and shit. That's what it is, bro. You just like Frank Martin more as a person. You don't know how to separate boxing from your personal feelings, dog.
That's exactly what it is. And that's
all that shit is, man. That's all I got on it, bro. That's it. Shit.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is. It's like people can't just be boxing pugilists and just real fans no more. They just go off of their personal feelings on how they feel about one fighter personally. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. If I don't like such and such, well, I'm gonna call him all type of bitches and hoes, and he's trash and he's this and that. But what has he done in the ring to show you that?
And then your favorite fighter can do the same shit, and then you a cap for it. One person can do some shit, and they a bitch, they a hoe. And then somebody that you rock with could pull around and do the same shit, and then you'll find a way to make excuses for them and shit. Maybe I don't get out my face with that shit, bro. Like y'all tripping.
It's just like now, right? You look at Canelo Alvarez, right? All of his fans, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, all of his fans, all of a sudden, John Ryder is a dope ass fight. Oh shit. All of a sudden now, John Ryder is a dope ass fight. Can you believe this shit, dog? John Ryder now. That all his fans is bigging up the John Ryder fight, and this a dope ass fighting.
That's what his fans do. Meanwhile, they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, it's a dope ass fight, it's a mandatory fight, but then turn around and tell you that when a fighter that they don't like is fighting a mandatory to keep his belts or whatever, then that person trash and shit. You know what I'm saying? People energy change depending upon the fighter. That's why, bro, like I told y'all, bro, and I ain't trying to plug my shit too much because that ain't what this here for, bro. I let y'all eat last night, bro. I ain't really saying shit right now. Y'all just wait, bro. I dropped the link early on purpose and let everybody come up and say what they gotta say. Y'all ain't even heard what I got to say yet. Just wait, bro. Y'all all the way out of pocket and you don't even know. You expose yourself so bad when y'all get up here and talk this shit, man. Sometimes that shit just make me laugh, bro. I'm just sitting back laughing, bro. Cause all this energy change, like now all of a sudden, bro. The belts matter so much to everybody now, bro. But I'm telling y'all right now, like Key just said with the Canelo shit, all of a sudden mandatories and shit are good fights and they matter so much. But bro, I can go through hundreds of times where the same people that were saying that shit, I can name 100 times that shit didn't matter to you. I can name 100 times that you had a completely, totally different energy, bro. Y'all just wait, bro.
You know what I do?
Wait, bro.
You know I do. I'm gonna name them. You know what I'm talking about?
Y'all
name them.
Y'all just wait, bro.
Them times, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna name all that, bro. I got all that shit, bro. Like, bro, that sound good, dang father. But I'm telling you, bro, I ain't even say nothing. I was egging y'all on, bro. I was just asking y'all questions, making little stupid ass points to get y'all to talking and shit and get y'all in the chat. It's gonna go quiet. It's gonna be quiet in the motherfucker. Watch, bro. Cause y'all bugging on this shit, man. On all this shit, bro. Y'all know damn well, bro. Anybody not named Tank Davis in the top. If Shakur was motherfucking fighting Ryan, if Devin was fighting Ryan, bro, if Loma was fighting Ryan, if Ryan went up to 140 and fought Regis, if Ryan went up to 140 and fought Josh Taylor, if any of them people was fighting Ryan Garcia, 100% of y'all be like, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. But now it's trash though. Man, get up, bro. You can pass to somebody else, bro.
I just want to know how is people calling Ryan Garcia trash and he ain't a top 10 fighter in a division and he's this and that. Like that shit is
Because
all
he fighting Tank
like
Davis, Key.
It ain't even.
Because he fighting Tank Davis, Key.
He was
I don't
passing
think
that
it's
bitch.
I don't think it's all because he's fighting Tank Davis because I've heard people say this shit and I've always disagreed with it. Like, how can you say that? Because he haven't done any once you showed me in the ring that you just some trash and motherfuckers is running through you, then we could talk about that. But like I said, if you don't have no evidence to back it up and all you say is, well, he fought with his chin up in the air. A lot of these motherfucking fighters have flaws. Some are just more noticeable than others. You know what I'm saying? That's all people say is he fight with his chin up in it. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, he need to fix that. He definitely needs to fix that. Maybe he's fixed it. I didn't really see him doing that near as much in his last fight. I didn't really see him doing that against Javier Fortuna. Like, to me, he had worked on that. But yeah, that's some shit that he should have been fixed. But I mean, he still ain't got knocked out. He still ain't lost to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And all these dudes, I think that if you look at competition, when you say what type of competition they fought, right? Besides one or two opponents, they all pretty much fighting at the same level of competition. Let's keep it 100. Tank Davis is the only one that you can say, okay, you know what I'm saying? Overall, he didn't fought the better level of competition out of all of them, right? And I'm not putting Shakur Stevenson in there because I think Shakur Stevenson did fought some top competition. He the only one that you could say. But if you're talking about Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, right, and Gervonta Davis, you could honestly say, okay, well, yeah, Tank, he's fought the tougher competition out of all of them, right? But he's been around longer than all of them. But other than that, if you take Tank out the equation, they all fighting the same level of competition. Is what it is. So, but yeah, go ahead. Let me see who came in. I think it's on Speaks. It's on you, and then it's on Big Dose.
Hey, what's going on?
Super chat. My man Ultraman in the super chat. Let me find it. It scrolled up on me. Hold on, real quick. My man Ultraman, man, I salute to you, man. Appreciate you always coming through, showing love. And if y'all want to show love to the channel, you can hit the Cash App, the super chat, but make sure that y'all do hit the like button for sure.
Hey, what's happening with it, man? Salute to y'all and appreciate you for letting me come on and give my opinion.
Oh, no doubt.
How y'all doing today?
Oh man, you all know it's all good, man.
All right, man. But I just had to chime in on what KO was saying because he was like, we only like Frank Martin because of the trainer and because he don't do all the other stuff that Ryan has done. I think Frank Martin is just a better fighter overall. I think his footwork is better. He got the speed, he got power, and he got got the movement. He got the angles that Sean Porter used to give you. So I just think he's overall a better fighter than Ryan. But I'm not saying that the Tank and Davis fight is a bad fight. I do think Ryan has earned his position to get the fight. Do I think there would have been other fights that are better than the Ryan fight? Absolutely. Like I'd want to see him fight Devin first. I want to see him fight Shakur first. I'd even want to see him fight Frank first. But him fighting Ryan is not a trash fight. And I watched your live last night, KO, and I heard people saying, BF was saying that it should have been an exhibition. I don't think it should be an exhibition, but I get where he's coming from. Just like when him and Manny was gonna fight at the catch weight at whatever they were gonna fight at, or what Ryan said they were gonna fight at. It was gonna be an exhibition because it wasn't gonna be for no belts. It wasn't gonna be for at no grade. It was gonna be at a catch weight. So I understand what he's saying, but this one here, they both technically have maintained their career at 135, and they both have fought at 140. And this is a legitimate fight to me, but I still got Tank over Ryan at the end of the day. I think it's gonna be a knockout one way or the other, and I think Tank gonna stop him.
Yeah. Okay, my man Big Dose, what you got, man?
Man, who don't think Tank gonna stop him? Shit, everybody and their damn grandmother know Tank gonna stop him. Especially now, everybody already believed that Tank was gonna stop him before the rehydration clause. Now it's damn near a lock. He basically told us, the fans, I don't want 100% Ryan Garcia. I don't want to fight Ryan Garcia at 100%. And motherfuckers is cool with that. That's some straight bullshit. That's some straight weak shit, in my opinion. Respectfully. Knockout said something about now the belts, the belts don't matter. And no, that's the new shit. That the belts don't matter. That's new. It wasn't never like that till Tank came along, until Devin got all the belts. Now the belts don't matter. Until Devin got all the belts did matter to everybody. That's the new shit, that the belts don't matter. And y'all talking about who had Ryan fought. I mean, why we think Ryan weak? Everybody thought Ryan was weak. Everybody thought he was at the bottom of the list of the 5 kings. And y'all lying if y'all saying they didn't. That's just straight up being real. You know what I'm saying? And now he fighting Tank. Oh, he really never was that bad. Nah, man. And then Tank ain't really fought nobody either. I just went down his box rec. I don't know none of the names he fought except for
Cut out, Big Dose. Big Dose, you cut out. He cut out. I don't know. You back? You had cut out for a minute.
hell no. Huh?
You
Hey, there you go. You had cut out, bro. We couldn't hear you.
My fault. I said I didn't know half of the fighters that he fought, except for I mean when you run down the list, Gamboa, who my mama just knocked out last week. Then you got Ricardo Nunez, you got Santa Cruz, and then you got Rolando Romero, Isaac Cruz, Barrios. Ain't nobody know who Barrios and Isaac Cruz was to Tank fought him. Wasn't nobody checking for no Isaac Cruz and no Barrios. And y'all sitting here acting like he been fighting fire opponents, man. That ain't no fire shit, man. I'm not paying for that bullshit. And I was gonna pay for the Tank fight until he did that rehydration clause shit. Cause that shit was weak to me, man. Come on, bro. Fight the man at 100%. You want to tell him, nah, you better not drink that gallon of water. Take this bottle and take this goddamn rice. Go sit your ass down in the corner. Cool. You A-side. Go ahead, man. I mean, if y'all cool with that, y'all, that's on y'all, but I ain't. And it can't nobody make me be. Just like I can't make y'all, feel no way that I feel. But that's just weak.
I 100% agree with you on the rehydration clause. Let me ask you something though. So the belts matter, right?
Yeah, they matter to me.
And Tank versus Rolly was trash, and Tank versus Barrios was trash, right?
Man, I did what I said was I didn't know who Barrios was, and
so you thought they were better. You thought they were better fights. You thought they were better fights for Tank than Barrios, though, right?
Thought who was better fights?
That he could have fought better opponents than Barrios, right?
Yeah,
and better opponents than Rolly.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Let me say this. Let me say this, right? As far as me, right? Because I'm opinionated when it comes to Gervonta Davis. I think that I'm gonna give him credit for Pedraza. You got to give him the devil's young in his career, right?
Yeah, I do.
A big step up fight for him. I think that you got to give him credit for Barrios. And I'm iffy on the Barrios shit because I know for a fact that Barrios was dehydrated. Like he killed himself trying to make the weight. But you still got to give him credit for Barrios because Tank he had to really fight in that fight. And he had to pull something off in that fight. You know what I'm talking about? And he had the IQ, right? And he had the IQ and the ability to do it. You feel me? And Barrios ain't no trash ass fighter. So you got to give him credit for Barrios. And then I give him credit for the Isaac Cruz fight only because, right, to me, that was his best performance. Out of all them fucking knockouts, that shit don't impress me. But the Isaac Cruz, to me, was his best performance, even though I think that Isaac Cruz is a one-dimensional fighter. I don't think too highly of Isaac Cruz. I think that it depends on what type of fighter you match Isaac Cruz up against. You put him in there with a boxer that is multi-dimensional, that can move and all that, he gonna look like trash. You put Isaac Cruz in there with a motherfucker that's gonna stand in there and slug it out with him like a Gamboa, where he gonna look like a monster. But I do gotta give Gervonta Davis credit for the Isaac Cruz fight, because he showed, to me, that was his best performance out of everybody when he fought Isaac Cruz, because he showed that his footwork, which you really never have to see him show. He showed his boxing ability. He showed different dimensions, right? And he showed people his IQ. He showed all of that against Isaac Cruz. So when it comes to me giving him credit, yeah, you got to give him the most credit for Pedraza. You give him the credit for Barrios, because Barrios was big as shit. And you give him credit for Isaac Cruz. I see somebody drop Leo Santa Cruz. I don't give him no credit for Leo Santa Cruz, because Leo Santa Cruz, first of all, like I said the other day, who the fuck did Leo Santa Cruz even beat in them lower weight divisions? Nobody. He beat Abner Mares and lost to damn Frampton and won with Frampton. Like, that's not that. And if you anybody that know boxing knows that Leo Santa Cruz is a tailor-made opponent for somebody like Gervonta Davis. Throw a million shots, don't have no defense. You know what I'm saying? You put him in there with a motherfucking puncher like Tank Davis, he's going to get caught. What does he have to present a threat to Tank? He can't punch like that. Eventually, somebody like Tank with the power he got is going to walk him down and knock his ass out. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tailor-made opponent. So I don't give him credit for Leo Santa Cruz. Never have, and I never will. But those other three fighters I named, you got to give him credit for that. And those three fighters right there that I named, when you look at who Frank Martin faced, better than anybody Frank Martin faced. When you look at who Devin Haney faced, they better than anybody that Devin Haney faced. Real talk. When you look at who Ryan Garcia fought, they better than anybody that Ryan Garcia fought. So that's why I say, when you look at the landscape, all the rest of them, they pretty much fought the same level of competition. Gervonta Tank Davis, he been around longer, so he has fought better competition than all of them. That's why I say what I say. So, I don't do I think that Tank has fought the best of the best? Nah, but he, you know what I'm saying, he have fought competition where you do have to give him credit for, fighting. He has the most experience out of all of them.
Hey, T, can I say real quick to what you just said? Just real quick.
Yeah.
The difference is Tank got his choice. Dev got to fight who gonna sign the contract. Tank ain't got that problem.
You're right. Now I want to bring up another topic that my man KQKC say. And I'm watching KQKC today, right? And now I gotta switch it, right? KQKC, and salute to my brother KQKC. But he said some shit today that I didn't agree with. He says that Tank Davis is showing that he's more hungrier than Devin Haney. He's more hungrier because Tank came from the slums. He came up. That to me, I didn't agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tank did come up from poverty, and Devin Haney did come up living well. You know what I'm talking about? But now they are both rich. And to me, can't nobody show me where Tank is showing that he's more hungrier than Devin Haney. All of that, they both got money. You know what I'm talking about? So we can throw that shit out the window. But as far as when we talk about hungry, Devin Haney is showing that he's more hungry because he's the one that's calling out everybody. He's the one that's eager to show, right? Devin Haney got more to prove. At this point in their career, they both rich. You know what I'm talking about? So let's throw that, oh, well, he came up from the slums and all that shit. He been had money. Tank been had money. He not living in the slums no more. You feel me? Devin Haney, he been had money. They all rich. But you got to go off of what you see right now. And Devin Haney, he look like the hungrier fighter now. He the one that's calling out everybody. He has more to prove because people looking at Devin Haney still as, well, he ain't got no power. He can't do this and he can't do that. And and Tank Davis has the much bigger fan base. The much bigger fan base. Devin Haney got way more to prove than Gervonta Davis when it comes into boxing, when it comes to the boxing game. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? He got to prove that I'm not just a rich kid. He's still fighting for respect. I'm not just a rich kid that grew up with money. And then you got to look at it like this, right? He grew up with money already. So, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to motherfucking box. Of course, he richer than he ever been, but he ain't have to box to get out of poverty or nothing. So it took him even more. To me, when you already got money like that, it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. When you are, it's even harder to stay focused and to stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney know if he fell from the jump, they still gonna be living good. You know what I'm saying? So Tank Davis on the other end, when he coming up, if he fails, he gonna be fucking, you know what I'm saying, either dead or in locked up. You know what I'm saying? So he has something to stay hungry for. He don't want to go back to that. Devin Haney back wasn't against the fucking wall. If he never went to the fucking gym and trained another day at a certain point, he was gonna be okay. So I think it's a difference, and I think that Devin Haney, you know, as far as right now, he showed me that he's more hungry, calling out all these fighters. Tank he admitted he ain't never called out none of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? He's had it, like Big Dose said, he's had a chance to pretty much fight anybody he wanted to fight. He could have fought Gary Russell. He could have fought Vasil Lomachenko. He could have fought motherfucking Devin Haney, you know, or push for those fights, but he ain't. So I'm not saying that he don't want to fight them or he wouldn't beat them if he fought them. I'm not saying that, but the topic is, because I know some people, they don't know how to comprehend well. The topic was who is more hungrier, who has shown throughout their career who is more hungrier. And yeah, Devin Haney definitely has shown that he's more hungrier. And this ain't about who you like, because I know a lot of y'all just type in the comments about who you like more. You know what I'm saying? If you like Tank Davis more, you just gonna go with Tank. If you like Devin Haney more, you're gonna go with Devin Haney. Nah, it's about what they shown you. You know, and that, I mean, it don't matter how I feel about Devin Haney, it don't matter how I feel about Tank. He definitely has shown me, Devin Haney, that he is the more hungrier fighter. Both of them rich. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I agree with everything you just said. Devin Haney hungry, bro. He chasing for that respect. He chasing, you know what I'm saying, for that clout. He chasing to prove that he the best. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with everything that you saying. I see Jay Grant Jr. in there talking about facts. I know Right Side is agreeing. I know everybody agreeing Devin Haney is the hungry fighter. But as the undisputed champion, since belts matter so much, why is he still so motherfucking hungry?
He still got to prove himself. I think that he feel that
the belt should have proved that for him. If the belts mean so much, if it's not, because I say it's about who you fight. I say it's about who you beat. I say it's about who you do it to. Everybody tell me I'm wrong though. But if I'm wrong about that, if it don't matter who you fight, if it don't matter who you beat, if it don't matter who you take the belts from, if none of that shit matter, and the belts is what matter, then how come he's still so hungry to prove himself? them belts should have felt all that hunger, right? Them belts should mean they should mean that you ain't on that same type of shit. That you good, that you ain't got nothing to prove. Because the belts mean so much in boxing to y'all, right? Not who you fight. Okay. All right. That's all I got. That's all I got on it, bro. I ain't gonna say much.
No,
It's just it's who you, I know you do. I know you do because your energy don't change. It's about who you fight, bro.
It's about who you fight. But when it comes to the belts, right? To me, right, I go back and forth because I always say it's about who got the belt. Me and Money, and I see my cousin Keto up in here trolling and shit, nigga. You call me Leon one more motherfucking time, nigga. Hey, but we going back. So me and Money have went back and forth, right? Because he don't give a fuck about who you fought. Money, your ass in here too. I see you, nigga. He don't give a he think that he told me Ricky Burns was an A-level fighter because he had a champion. He was a champion. I'm like, nigga, Ricky Burns ain't never been no motherfucking A-level fighter. I don't give a fuck if he was a champion or not. So my thing is about who has the belts, right? To me, if a goddamn bum have the belt, we've seen plenty of fighters that ain't been that goddamn good that was able to become a world champion. You feel me? So my thing is about who has the belts. If Devin Haney got the belts, yeah, them motherfucking belts matter. Errol Spence or somebody like that got the belts, they motherfucking matter. Manny Pacquiao got the belts, yeah, them motherfucking belts matter. Somebody like Rolly Romero, when he had a goddamn title, did that belt matter? Fuck no. So to me, it's all about, yeah, knock out you 150% right when it's about who you fought, who you fight. But to me, only time the belt matters is depending on who has the titles. You dig what I'm saying? Canelo got the title, the belts matter. Charlo got the title, the belts matter. But like I said, you can go down, you can fucking Gavin Reese or Vincento Escobedo or somebody like that, like some of them dudes that Adrien Broner was beating. Yeah, them motherfucking belts didn't matter because the competition was fucking sorry. And how the fuck they get a belt? And then you look and you see a lot of these dudes get belts because they get to fight for a vacant title, and you got two weak motherfuckers fighting for a vacant title, and they end up getting the belt. We seen that shit done in boxing too many times.
Hey, so, man, you know what it is, like belts matter. Belts matter. You know what I'm saying right now. But the belts matter when everybody in the chat was calling Canelo Alvarez a duck for moving up to fight Dimitri Bivol instead of fighting against David Benavidez, who didn't have no motherfucking belt. Did the belt matter to y'all then?
Yeah,
bro, y'all can't fuck, bro. Just wait, dog. Like y'all, no, just wait, dog. Just wait. Just fucking wait. All that talk. Just wait, bro.
Hold on. See what you
just wait.
See what Key just said. He said when Errol Spence got the belts, it motherfucking mattered. When Charlo got the belts, it motherfucking mattered. But the only fucking undisputed champion right now, it don't matter where, is Devin Haney. Why is that? Because he's the opposite of your favorite fighter.
And they don't matter with Canelo either, because Canelo the best.
Bullshit, bro.
No, bro. The belt never fucking matter. It's who you fight for them or who you willing to cap for, bro.
Hold up. Now you asked me a question, I answered it. Now you answer mine.
What's your question? I didn't ask you a question, but what's your question?
Right now at 154, if you got a choice of them fighting at 154 right now or 147, which one you rather see? And
between
why?
Who?
And
between
why?
who? Ask the question again.
Which one you rather?
I just want to see them fight, bro. I don't give a fuck where they fight.
You can't answer it. Which one you rather see? And
which one would I rather see? I don't care. If you tell me Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is fighting, I don't care what weight class they fight in, bro.
Be real. If Spence and Bud could fight at 154 or 147 right now, which weight class you rather see him fighting in?
I don't care what I'm answering your question. I don't care, bro.
He can't answer it because that destroys his argument. That belts don't matter. They only matter when it comes to Devin Haney. Because
so you asked me a question. Which weight class do you want them to fight at? I'm telling you, I don't care. I don't prefer either one. If you tell me they fighting at 154 or you telling me they fighting at 147, I don't care, bro.
Okay, bro.
I don't care. Okay. Just like I don't care. Like check it out. Just like I told y'all last night, I don't care what weight class Devin Haney and Tank Davis fight at. They can fight at 135. They can fight at 140. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see them fight.
I understand that, but Earl Spence fighting Bud at 147 is more historic than if they did it at 154. That's what everybody been wanting to see. The man get his undisputed. Everybody been wanting to see that knockout. Come on, man.
Of course, it's something that you want to see, but are you going? Is it something that is going to dictate whether or not it's a great fight? You want to see the fight first, bro. Ain't nobody. People gonna remember the fight and who you fought. Just like, bro, the undisputed shit. That shit cool. But you know what Monster anyway gonna be remembered for? If he go in there and put hands on Cool Boy Steph.
That's true. And
if he go in there and put hands on Cool Boy Steph, that little undisputed shit that he got from Paul Butler, that's not gonna mean a motherfucking thing, bro. Don't nobody care about that shit. We care about who you fought for that shit. And the Stephen Ford shit gonna mean more, bro. That's all I'm saying to y'all, bro.
Let's say this right, because
that's true, bro.
Growing up in boxing, right? You picture in your head that man standing in the ring with all of them straps around him. What's got people saying that the belts don't matter now is these sanctioning bodies doing all that bullshit that they do, right? Now you can say, because when you say the belts don't matter, you're thinking about all these motherfucking secondary JV belts, and now you got motherfucking Benavidez in the ring with a WBC strap. And you're like, oh, he the WBC champion. But then you see Canelo Alvarez, and he got the WBC straps and all the straps. So who the fuck is the WBC champion? You feel me? So I hear where both of y'all is coming from. You know what I'm saying? So these sanctioning bodies, they fuck things up to where now a lot of times it's like the belts don't even matter. This motherfucker got the same belt that this motherfucker got. So who's the champion? How does the belt matter if you got two dudes with the same motherfucking belt? You know what I'm saying? And the average fan, if you looking, you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's so many fights that me and my mama will watch, and she be like, oh, he the champion? Like, nah, he ain't the champion. Such and such is the champion. Well, what's that belt? Nothing. I don't even know why they got that belt in the ring. Because motherfucking such and such is already the champion. He the real champion. So I understand where both of y'all is coming from, because they watered the sport down with all of these motherfucking titles they putting up in your face every time you turn on the TV. And like I said, unless you're a diehard fan, you don't know who the fuck the real champion is. But, you know, as far as to a diehard fan, we all know when the belts matter and when they don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's
the fact that you can pick and choose lets you know that deep down what matters the most is who you fought for. What matters the most is the person that you beat.
That's not true, Rolly.
That's what matters more than any belt you could win. Is who you won that shit again. Like all them belts that Terrence Bud Crawford got at 135, all them belts that he got at 140 or whatever, ain't nothing gonna matter more than the ones that he would get from Earl Spence Jr. Because that shit mean more because of who he fighting, bro.
Was Rolly a hell of a fighter? No, hell no. He was popular. He had gifted gab. So it's not really who you fight. It's about how much they can bring to the table. How many eyes? How many people in the seats? Now I understand that. That's why I said I agree with you on that. But that's not always the case. Rolly is a perfect example. Because
I don't think nobody is wrong when it comes to this subject, because we all know what each other is talking about. Because, you know what I'm saying, like Big Dose, you ain't gonna say the belt matters if motherfucking goddamn Gamboa got the belt right now at 41 years old. He fucked around and got a belt. You ain't gonna say that the belt matter, right? In knockout, he ain't gonna say the belts don't matter when Errol Spence got all the straps, or whoever. You know, if Tank Davis have all the straps. So it ain't about being right or wrong in this situation when we all talking, because let's keep it 100. We all know what each other is talking about because we diehard boxing fans. So Knockout got a great point, and he right with what he's saying. Big Dose is right with what he's saying. So, you know, but like I said, it's just fucked up, because when you get the casual fan, they don't know no motherfucking better. You
Listen,
know,
bro. Like to make it clear, if you ordering the shit out, bro, if you ordering it out, is who you beat first, when you beat them, and then the belts are like a distance motherfucking third. Those top two are always gonna take precedence over a motherfucking belt because everybody knows 100%, bro. If Jermell Charlo got hurt tomorrow and he couldn't fight Tim Tszyu, and Tim Tszyu had to fight for a vacant WBO belt against some dude that none of y'all know, will he still be WBO champion? Yeah, probably so. But if Jermell Charlo don't get hurt and Tim Tszyu fight him for that same motherfucking championship belt, that belt gonna mean more. That belt gonna hold more weight because of who the fuck he took it from, bro.
But you got to look at it like this.
In boxing,
right?
bro.
What
And
they should do-
everybody agrees with that shit until their favorite fighter is the one that fought some Rudy Poo for the motherfucking belts. Then all of a sudden, fuck who you fought for him. Fuck who you fought for him. Fuck when you fought him. Now all that matters is the belts. I don't give a fuck who he beat him for. He just got him.
This is the
Like,
problem,
come on,
knockout. The sanctioning bodies, right? They're trying to be bigger than the goddamn fighter. You know what I'm saying? The sanctioning bodies, they try to take over and be bigger than the fighter. That's the problem. Putting all these motherfucking belts. But when we look back at the history of the sport, the belts are supposed to matter because the belt is supposed to symbolize, right? The best two fighters in the ring fighting each other, right? You number one fight number two, not a motherfucking Rudy Poo that I fucking, that I'm promoting and I paid the goddamn sanctioning body under the table to move him up in that slot. And the motherfucker ain't never fought in the US before, and then he get his ass beat because he fight the champion. He should, like, that's what's wrong with the sport. Now,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But when we look at the history of the sport, when you look at Mike Tyson, when you look at goddamn Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, goddamn Sweet Pea, Floyd Mayweather, the belts always mattered because we knew what they had to get through, and we knew that they fought the next best fighter to get those belts. That ain't always the case no more. So that shit's changed over time because of these motherfucking sanctioning bodies. They didn't got greedy with the motherfucking money.
100%, bro. And that's all I'm trying to impress upon people. And I know Money getting on here, he want to cook like a motherfucker. So I'm just gonna say this last point. That's all I'm trying to impress upon people. We can all agree that the sanctioning bodies are corrupt. We can all agree that certain fighters get shots at titles that they may or may not deserve. We can all agree that the opportunities that you get are usually a byproduct of what promotional company you sign to. And so if we all agree to that, how can we all agree that and we all know those to be facts, but then at the same time say that these belts that these corrupt sanctioning bodies are passing out, these belts that these promoters are able to leverage and get for fighters that may not deserve them? How can we agree to all of that, but also say the belts that these corrupt ass sanctioning bodies are giving out are the things that mean the most? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, what are y'all talking about to me, dog? And that's all I got, bro. That's my last point. I'll leave it alone.
The fighters need to come together.
Well, let me say this, man.
Hey,
Look, hold on, bro. It's like what Keith's saying. The thing is, Keith, we just got into the business era of boxing, bro. The Floyd Mayweather era that switched up every fucking thing. The money means everything now, and these stars out here, they don't give a fuck about the belts when the money is on the line. And if you got certain fighters, there's certain fighters just get bigger than the belt. That's just what it is, bro. It's not that the belt don't matter. It's just that, okay, people know that once you and you learning the business now. So congratulations to Al Haney for that. Now is motherfuckers chasing them belts, not worrying about the sanctioning fees. And now motherfuckers seeing them sanctioning fees coming around and the shit that you got to pay, they starting to say, fuck it, right? You seen Floyd say Floyd used to drop titles. Floyd, like people, Floyd never went undisputed. He could have been undisputed, but he didn't want to do the shit because he knew it was going to take money out of his pockets. And it didn't really mean shit because he was bigger than the sport and he was bigger than the fucking belts, bro. So the belts is always going to matter for us when it comes, like you say, Key, for us casuals. When the casuals come to a sport, the first thing they're going to look and see is who the champion. So they looking at who got the titles, right? Now, y'all to be mad and be like, oh, well, this person got the title. He ain't shit, this, that, and the third, but he still got the title. It's a title. It's supposed to matter for us, the fucking integrity of the sport. So when it come down to the situation, it's just the business that took over the sport, man. And that's why we tell people it's the business era now. They get pissed off when we start speaking on the business part like we're not supposed to, but that's what controls the fucking sport now. And that's what it is. And it ain't going nowhere. Because money is bigger than the belts. You hear these niggas say it every day. My kids can't eat no belts, right? So if a motherfucker got a fight that's gonna make them more money over a title fight, they gonna take the fight that's gonna make them more money. It's common sense. And I think y'all will do the same shit. Some people might be out there saying, well, if you stacked up with money, well, I'm gonna go do it for the legacy now. But when it comes down to the money, everybody go chase the money nowadays over the fucking titles, bro. It's just motherfuckers that got more business savvy, and people are mad about that part because they feel like they is leaving the legacy behind, which you can't discredit. And a lot of y'all pissed off because y'all see Devin Haney being the undisputed champion. Y'all think people don't want to fight him. But it's just come down to the point that people looking at certain fights that make them more money nowadays, and they saying fuck the titles. When I tell people Tank could have been undisputed, he could have got fucking George Kambosos before Devin Haney or anybody, but he didn't want them titles because he knew he didn't need them. I'm not gonna go down to Australia and do this and do that and be fucked off in a contract. But Devin was willing to do that because he wanted to make his name and he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get out there. And they did that shit and salute to him. You know what I'm saying? He's the champion and it's gonna do well for Devin. He got a Lomachenko fight coming and he gonna make millions of dollars off that shit. So like you say, Key, they both rich. It ain't like they struggling out there. But when it comes to the titles, bro, the titles go always, they go stand a place in boxing on the simple fact of the legacy part. And you do have certain fighters that still grow up off of looking at their favorite fighters become world champions and want to be scrapped up. But once you hit a certain point in the game to where you're like, you know what, fuck these belts, I need to get my money, then you go start chasing your money, bro. And that's all it is to it. Like you said, Keith, neither one of y'all is right. You know what I'm saying? Why you trying to argue the point so goddamn hard? But at the end of the day, certain fighters outgrow belts, and then you get smarter, bro. It's the business era of boxing. Everybody, like, you can go out there and become a motherfucking world champion, but your bank account ain't got shit in at the end of your career, you gonna look stupid in a motherfucker. So now motherfuckers just got smarter and they taking the money nowadays. Easy as that, bro. Niggas arguing shit that you niggas, like you said, keep both of y'all making common sense, but one trying to make the argument more big than the other argument when neither one of you niggas is winning shit because both of you niggas right.
Let me read these super chats real quick. My man Kirk McCall says Errol Spence and Charlo beat top competition for their belts, not Haney. I mean, a lot of people like to shit on who Haney beat. He beat the man who beat the man. You know what I'm saying? He beat the man who beat the man. That's just what it is. You know, you cannot say that, oh man, Haney ain't beat nobody when George Kambosos went and beat Teofimo Lopez when Lomachenko was the man.
Mm-hmm. You know so ask him, P. Ask him if Devin Haney would have beat Teofimo, which I'd have gave him credit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that shit crazy.
Come on, man. You gotta give him credit for George Kambosos.
Stop trying to knock these fighters, right? He beat the, like, just because y'all felt that George Kambosos would, what has George Kambosos done to show you that he wasn't shit? He lost to Devin Haney twice. But you gotta give props to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney is just that good. Give him his props. Let's stop acting like, oh man, he only beat Kambosos. He ain't beat nobody. Yeah, he did. Because however y'all feel about it, Kambosos still beat Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez still had beat Vasyl Lomachenko. It is what it is. I'm not finna take the credit away from that man. But salute to my man Kirk McCall. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel. And my man Lamar Jones says, I'm from Baltimore, so Tank all day. But if he beat Ryan and don't send a contract to Dev after that, that's a problem. So we wait and see 60-40 split Tank. That's another fight. Like, I don't even care, right, about, if you in the position that Gervonta Davis is, you don't got to worry about the belts. You can say, hey, you keep your motherfucking belts. We still gonna make the fight because that's the best fighting each other, right? That's the fight for your legacy that you need. That's the fight that you should want. It ain't no, oh man, I don't give a fuck about them belts. I ain't fighting him. When it's an opponent like Devin Haney, you should want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? You should want to prove that you better than him. That's what it should be all about. But so I agree with my man Lamar Jones with that fact. But we also got to look at how Devin Haney gonna move. It's kind of crazy because now you got Larry Ellison, he back in the picture, basically saying that Tank don't need to fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He's knocking the fight already, like he always been. You got Gervonta Davis's coach Calvin. He knocking the Devin Haney fight, saying that, you know, if it's up to him, Tank can never fight Devin Haney. So they all knocking the fight. But no, you should want that fight. But it also, like I said, it's kind of crazy now because you, Devin Haney, you a free agent. And they point to you and they telling you, we ain't going to fight you anyway. Well, now it's like, why would Devin Haney position himself to go to the Showtime or do business with the PBC if they already telling them they ain't gonna fight him anyway? So it's kind of, you know, if you want to fight him, don't let everybody around you speak for you. Tell Devin Haney clearly, look, I want to fight you next. When I get past Ryan, if I get past Ryan, I want to fight you next. You're gonna be a free agent, so you already know what to do. Now, if Gervonta Davis come out and let it be known and says that, and then Devin Haney becomes a free agent and he decides to re-sign back with Top Rank, or he decides to go fuck with somebody else that he knows it's going to be hard to make the fight, well, that's on him at that point in time. Just like I say about Terrence Crawford, just like anybody else. So, but Tank need to be the one to make it clear, because if I'm Devin Haney, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not making no moves if you already showing that you're not going to fight me. If everybody around you saying that you ain't going to fight me and you ain't spoke up, so that shit go both ways.
So Tank focusing on his fight that's up and coming. You know what I mean? That ain't got shit to. That's why I tell people want him to jump out and just speak on Devin Haney so bad. Because hold on, bro.
After that fight, money.
No, I ain't talking about you.
Devin don't fight until May.
I'm talking about
Tank fight in April.
But I'm talking about people so worried about Tank speaking on Devin Haney, right? And this man got a fight coming up, and Devin got a fight coming up, and Tank getting so much criticism for not saying Devin Haney's name when he got Ryan Garcia in front of him, which is a dangerous fight. And Devin, in this day, they want to speak on Tank left and right, and they got Lomachenko in front of them, which is a dangerous fight. But because they saying Tank name left and right all around, and Tank ain't saying his name back, people shitting on Tank and criticizing that man and all that shit, and don't got a clue of what Tank next move gonna be. That nigga don't even know what his next move gonna be. All he focusing on is beating Ryan Garcia and see where he go from there. Nobody know what Tank gonna do next. I don't give a fuck what Calvin say, Leonard Ellaby say, none of that shit. Nobody know what Tank next move going to be until Tank handle his business with Ryan Garcia and he get past Ryan Garcia. So that's why I say people got to wait, man. People just love to jump the horse and just talk about this and talk about that, which is okay, right? They supposed to do that shit. But let that man focus on the big fight that he got coming up. That's a big time fucking fight, right? That everybody looking at and things of that nature. I don't care how many people discrediting Ryan Garcia just thinking Ryan is a walk through the park. Ryan ain't no walk through the park. You got to have your head on straight from a big puncher like that. And that's what Calvin telling him, keep your head on straight. And that's all Tank focusing on. And definitely in this day, need to just be focusing on Lomachenko if that's the next fight in May. Because Lomachenko, even though people think he old and Devin go walk right through him, he ain't no fucking walk in the park.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, and I'm going to let you cook, Big Dose. What I'm saying, money, is after you fight Ryan Garcia, if you get past Ryan Garcia, then you let it be known, right, to Devin Haney before you run off and sign or re-sign back to motherfucking Top Rank, right? You let it be known. Look, I want you next. You about to be a free agent, so you know what move to make. That's all you got to say. You ain't got to elaborate on it. And after that, then the ball is in Devin Haney court. For one, then he got to go beat Vasil Lomachenko, and then if he do that afterwards, he got his choice who to go with. Right now, yeah, you right, money. Right now, he don't need to be talking about he don't need to be talking about Devin Haney or nobody else. He need to be focusing on Ryan Garcia. But if he get past Ryan Garcia, he need to let it be known. Because if he don't say nothing and he let everybody else speak for him, well, that's on him. But if he let it be known that Devin Haney go make a move to where he knows the business is going to be hard to make, then that's on Devin Haney. So it's on both of them, dog. It's just about how you go about it. But Big Dose, go ahead.
I want to say that first spiel that Money Brown gave, man, I agree with that 100%. We both are telling the truth. Because boxing today has become about popularity more than about true skills or who you really fought. You know what I'm saying? Tank is popular, Ryan is popular, so that makes this a big fight. And speaking for myself, I don't say nothing about Tank not saying Davis' name because Tank don't say nobody's name except for Ryan Garcia. He been saying Ryan Garcia's name for years now, licking his chops. But I kind of lost respect for him when Mayweather used another man to discipline him. Shut up before I go get him. I lost a little bit of respect for him because he was gonna leave Mayweather after that for that, if y'all remember. But I get on Tank because I feel like Tank has not, up until recently, starting with Hector Garcia, has not fought top level competition, and they expect for people to pay for that. I will happily fire stick it and deal with the glitches because I'm really not that hyped for that fight. If you think about it, I'm not hyped for that fight like I am David Benavidez versus Plant. I'm not hyped for that fight like I am Cool Boy Steph versus Anyway. I'm way more hyped for them two fights. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
But
ask you something,
that's just me.
You
I'm
say
a true boxing fan. I'm not a casual.
I
so.
think the other two fights to me are better fights. This one is more like it brings more like fanfare, of course. But I think if you just the downright boxing guru, boxing fan, yeah, the other two fights to me is better fights. It is. But like I said, it's up to Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia to get in the ring and prove us wrong. We don't know. We don't know which one is the better fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the other two is a better fight, I'm going to say. We really don't know which one is the better fight inside the ring until they all get in the ring and fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we've
But I'm
seen
gonna say this, Steve. I almost cut you off. Go ahead, keep my bad.
Now, I'm just saying we've seen things in boxing that surprises us. But on paper, to me, yeah, the other two fights that you named, Big Dose, is a better fight to me. Right, but we don't know. They could get in the ring and prove us wrong. And let me read this super chat, and then I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say, Money. My man speaks. He says about the catch weight and rehydration. The only at the weigh-in and the fight, right? Ryan can hydrate regularly after that. Man, that was hard to read, dog. I don't know, but I get what you said. He says Ryan can rehydrate regularly after that.
He said about the catch weight and
Yeah.
rehydration. That's only at the weigh-ins and
I know what he said.
Yeah.
But so basically, what it is, right? How it works is from the article that I read in Boxing Scene, they say that Ryan Garcia, of course, the rehydration, he got to weigh in the day of the fight, right? So he got to weigh in again on the day of the fight. And then they said that he got to come to the ring. So that means that he got to weigh in again, right? Before he fight that night, he got to weigh in again. He got to come to the ring 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He can't come to the ring 10 pounds over that weight. He can't fight that night. He can't go in the ring 10 pounds over that weight. That's what it said in the Boxing Scene article. I ain't heard of no shit like that before, but that's what they said. That's in the contract. So
yeah, so Big Dose. So if Devin was fighting Ryan Garcia, you'll pay for it, right?
Huh?
If Devin was fighting Ryan Garcia, you'll pay for it, right?
Oh no, not real.
Yes, you will, bro. Come on, keep it real,
I was
bro.
gonna pay for Tank and Ryan.
Keep it real.
I was gonna pay for Tank and Ryan, bro. Did the rehydration clause? I was gonna pay for that.
Oh, now the rehydration clause take away from the time.
I said that in the beginning. I said I was gonna pay for it, but when he did the rehydration clause, I'm not, because he telling me he don't want to fight 100% fighter.
I think that's just an excuse, bro. I think you'd pay for Devin. I think you'd pay for Devin and Ryan. But my thing is this.
I might have paid for Devin and Ryan. I ain't saying I wouldn't.
And let me say this real quick. My man, let me give a shout out to my man Devin Bell, man, in that cash out. Man, I appreciate you for supporting the channel. He says for keeping it 100. I appreciate you, man, for supporting the channel. Salute to my man Devin Bell. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, so it just come to the point, bro. Look, and I'm not the one to tell you what to spend your money on. Spend your money on what you want to. Anybody, shit, that's anybody. If you don't want to watch the shit, don't watch it. If you got ways of watching, because niggas could stream the fights anyway and pretend like they gonna pay for the shit, and niggas be streaming every goddamn fight. Not saying you big dogs, just saying in
Yeah.
general. Niggas get up here acting like they, oh, you know, I was gonna pay for that, and this nigga knowing they didn't stream every fight, they pay for not one goddamn fight. But it just come down to the point. Even with we looking at Tank and the rehydration clause with Ryan Garcia. If Ryan Garcia saying he okay with the shit, he signed a contract. It shouldn't be nothing else to talk about, right? Like, of course, niggas go bring it up and speak on it and say, oh, well, he go be this and he go be that, and this person told me this and this person told me that. Well, if the motherfucker who accepted it saying he A-okay with it, right, should nobody else have shit to say? I mean, it's boxing. Like I said, Tank ain't the first one that put a rehydration clause in the contract. He ain't gonna be the last one. You know what I'm saying? And you got some cats that went into that thing that had the rehydration clause in it and won the fight. So it ain't like it's the end of the fight. We ain't even waiting to see the fight to judge the fight. You know what I mean? First of all, everybody act like, oh, they ain't gonna make the fight happen, or that shit ain't gonna happen. It's all cap, it's this, it's that, and the third. Then when the fight do get made, it's still a lot of fucking shit to talk about. So, you know what I'm saying? It's damn if you do, damn if you don't, bro. But we always say if people sign the contract, then that's it, right? It shouldn't be nothing else to talk about. If a nigga get paid a certain amount of money, or if you gotta come in a certain weight, or it's this and that. If that's what they agreed to and the other fighter signed that contract and he accepted, bro, oh well, fam. We got the fight. We got the fight. You feel me?
Now,
And that man must feel, as I got you, kid. That man must feel to the point to where he's A-okay when he told us, I don't come in that big no way. Like, you got to take him for his word, bro. His word is, I don't come in, but because he tell Tank, well, why you trying to weight drain me, this, that, and the third, that's an argument he making with Tank for running his mouth. But that don't mean that it's still going to affect him in the ring. You feel me? I don't think Ryan is going to the ring just trying to make a dollar with Tank and knowing he going to be, you know what I'm saying, unable to perform against this big-ass puncher that's going to knock him the fuck out and get embarrassed, bro. You feel me? So, we'll see how it play out. I just want to wait for the fight to
agree.
happen.
I get where Big Dose is coming from when he says that when the rehydration clause and all that shit, it made him feel different about the fight, because I was the same way. And I told you, Money, I was like, shit, man, that shit kind of made me not even want to buy the fight. But then I start thinking about it, right? And somebody got a lot of feedback in the background.
That's probably my shit. Hold on, Keith.
Okay. Yeah, so hold on, let me put you on mute. Then I start thinking about it, and because I feel you, Big Dose, like that was my first thought. Like, damn, like this shit, I ain't even that excited about this fight now. Cause I'm like, man, I had Tank winning, but I had it being a very, very competitive fight, a hell of a fight, unless Tank just went in there and caught him cold and knocked him out early. Other than that, I had it being a competitive fight, right? And now I'm like, man, with all this shit, this motherfucker gonna go in there dehydrated, weak and shit, and kind of make me not want to see the fight like that. Like, of course, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not as excited about it, right? That was how I was feeling about the shit. I was feeling like that about the fight for a long time, for a minute. So I agree with what you're saying, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, well, Ryan Garcia has that choice. You know what I'm saying? Is it about money, or is it about going in there, being at your best, winning the fight? So he has the choice to say, you know what, whatever fine they gonna give me, I'm gonna go in there and I'm, you know what I'm saying, going at my best weight as far as the rehydration clause. He still, to me, you still got to make 136. Make the 136, and if you feel like that you need to hydrate over, that you killing yourself trying to, you know, watch what you drink and watch what you eat in between, and you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Say, fuck what y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna call the fight off. They not finna call the fight off the day of the fight. They just not finna do that. Take whatever fine that you gonna take. So that's Ryan Garcia's decision. You know what I'm saying? You got the decision to make. Just make your next move your best move. And with that being said, you know, yeah, I'm gonna pay for the fight just because, you know, I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight, and I don't want to scream and shit and have that shit pausing and skipping. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I don't want that shit pausing and skipping. So, you know, I'm gonna pay for it. But it did take some of the, like, to me, it did take some of the excitement out of the fight for me. And we can't say, you know, Ryan Garcia don't even know how the fuck he gonna feel. We can't say that it's not gonna affect him. You know what I'm talking about? Because if he's struggling, even though he's 10 pounds right now, I heard him say that he was already cutting weight at the weigh-in. He's like, I'm already having to cut weight. He's like, don't you see me? I look skinny in the face because I'm already cutting weight and shit. He don't know what the fuck he gonna feel like once he cut another 10 pounds and then he got to walk around and he can't fully rehydrate. It might not affect him. It might affect him. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I'm not him. But I do know the way that he's built, unless you built, I mean, his height, right? He's 5'11". That's tall. And then for a 5'11" man to be walking around to, first of all, to have to make 136 pounds, that shit tough. And then on top of that, you can't rehydrate to only 146. That shit is fucking tough. I don't give a fuck who you are, unless you built like a Ray Vargas or a Leo Santa Cruz or something. And Ryan Garcia ain't built like no motherfucking Ray Vargas. Unless you built like a motherfucking string, can't nobody give me coming here talking about it ain't gonna affect a 5'11" man that got to fucking weigh in at 136.
Well, that man told you it's not going to affect him.
Hold on. I'm not done talking. I didn't interrupt you.
I know, but that man told you it's not going to affect him.
And like I said, can't nobody tell me that it's not going to affect him 5'11" and then have to fight at 146. You can't say that. All we can do, right, is wait for the fight to happen, and he don't even know, because he said himself that he's never felt dehydrated in a fight. But he's always been able to, you know, rehydrate up to whatever he wanted to, where he felt comfortable. So he don't know. When you cutting weight, 2-3 pounds, that shit is a whole lot of weight when you already, you know. But so we don't know. He just gonna have to figure it out. And like I said, it's on him to make his best move, to make his next move his best move. That's on him. I'm not gonna make no excuse to him, because if he come in there and he cried about that he wasn't himself and he was dehydrated, well, motherfucker, you wanted the money more than you wanted to win. That's just what it is. You was worried about getting that motherfucking bag more than you was worried about winning. So do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? Do what's best for you. That's how I feel. But let me read this super chat real quick, and then I'm gonna let Big Dose. Zenith 360 in the super chat, man. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. He says, if Ryan not 100%, and why he stayed at 135 rankings? He says, why did he say after Tank he wanted Loma at 135? He had every intention of going back to 135. People mad Ryan can only balloon to super welterweight, not middleweight. Well, like I said, that balloon shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because that's what fighters do. It ain't only Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? We not checking to see what the fighter walk in, you know, on fight night at, because if they make weight, they make weight. You know what I'm talking about? When Gervonta Davis go in, and when we've seen Tank walk around before at 180, 90 pounds. So I don't give a fuck what he get in the ring at. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't care what Ryan Garcia step in the ring at. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, do you make the weight? You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia said a lot of shit, bro. He also said that he wanted to fight Regis Prograis at 140 pounds. And everybody know that Regis Prograis don't fight at 140. He also was trying to get Gervonta Davis to fight him at 140 pounds. He also said that he wasn't going back down to 135, that he was a 140-pound fighter now. So he done said a lot of shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? He done said a lot of shit. So I don't know. Big Dose, what it do?
Yeah, you right, he had, man. And I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, you are correct. He signed the contract, he got to deal with it now. You know what I'm saying? What win, lose, or draw, he got to deal with it. And I might still pay for the fight, man, because, you know, listening to Money and you talk, and the brother knockout, it kind of made me want to, you know, go ahead and support it. But anyway, what I want in my boxer, if I'm gonna call him one of my favorite, this is what I want. I want a boxer that want all comers. Anybody saying that he want the smoke, and I want a boxer that do what he say. That's why I'm a fan of Spence, Wilder, Devin Haney, Benavidez, fighters like that want all the smoke. Jamel Charlo, that want all the smoke. That's why I'm fans of him. I'm not fans of Tank because he popular like some people that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about D1. You feel me? But hey, I'm gonna let y'all go and cook. I'm gonna get out y'all way because I know y'all about to finish this fire show, man. Appreciate you for letting me on, bro.
For sure. I'm about to get up out of here myself in a minute, though. But I mean, I see niggas talking about, oh man, he ain't a victim, and you feeling sorry for him. Can you niggas not hear? Can you niggas not hear? I just said it's on him now. That's on him. But like I said, as far as I ain't even said nothing about Tank. I ain't said a motherfucking thing about Tank. But if you want me to talk about Tank, I feel like that if you is everything that you say you is, and you a big bad motherfucking boogeyman and all that, I don't see why you even asked for a rehydration clause. It wasn't even no reason for him to ask for a rehydration clause. But he said out of his own mouth, I'm not finna let him walk in the ring and rehydrate and get big as shit. He bigger than me. And this. He said that out of his own mouth. And he said he would have had him go down to 126 if he could. So he said out of his own mouth that basically he want to give himself every possible advantage he can because he is the A side. That's what he said. So, you know, it is what it is. It go both ways. Because then one of y'all niggas said, okay, well, we love Tank and we don't know why Tank don't need that. So yeah, I don't agree with that. It's as simple as saying, look, I don't agree with him getting, you know what I'm saying, a rehydration. He don't need that shit. I don't like him getting that. Knockout said it. Why the fuck is it so hard to say that shit? Y'all want to be up in the goddamn chat, you know what I'm saying, 100%, everything, Tank. I'm looking at the shit both ways. Y'all niggas, a lot of y'all niggas is just dick pulling. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all doing, dick pulling. I'm looking at it both ways. And at the end of the day, I said very clearly, I'm not finna make no excuse for Ryan Garcia at all. Because he got the choice. If he feel like that he feeling bad, well, then motherfucker say, fuck the money, find me, and do what you got to do to go in there healthy. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? He know if he feeling healthy or not. That's on him, dog. So I'm not finna make no excuse for him. That's his decision to make.
I feel like this though, y'all. When it comes to the point of, you know, when niggas act like shit be brand new and shit just came into boxing, that's what I be having a problem with. Ain't shit wrong to me. Like if Tank put a rehydration clause in the contract and Ryan agreed to it, then that's what it is. Like I say, he ain't the first to do it. He ain't gonna be the last to do it. Niggas been putting a rehydration clause in contracts since the beginning of the boxing. This shit been happening. So, you know, now when it comes to Tank doing this shit, it's a situation. It's a problem with niggas that want to look at him and point the finger and make it look like, oh, well, he ain't this, he ain't that, and all that word ass shit. When this shit been going down in the sport of boxing, it's gonna continue to go down in the sport of boxing. Once again, Ryan Garcia agreed to the shit. He say he okay. You got to go off him and his word. He his own man. He want the fight. He did what he had to do to get the fight. Now we got the fight. It shouldn't be shit else to say but talking about the fight. But niggas making an excuse and they giving him an excuse to run away with the shit by making the shit a big ass deal. So if Ryan get his ass knocked out and he come and say, oh, it was this, it was that, then niggas already speaking on the points where they go say, well, we got to give Ryan some type of pass because Tank, you know, he put that in the contract and Ryan didn't look himself and Ryan ain't this. But then Ryan going to have success in the goddamn fight, then, you know, it ain't going to be shit to say. So it just come down to the point of let the fight take place. Let's see what happened. Let's see what transpired. Let's see what Ryan say, what he say he felt like, because niggas can switch their mind up to say any goddamn thing if they take a L. So, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be at the end of the day. Tank going there and get the knockout, knock Ryan Garcia's out. That win just going to be as big if the contract, if the rehydration clause was in the contract or wasn't in the contract. It ain't gonna stop Tank from prospering. It ain't gonna stop him from growing. Even though niggas want to talk about this shit and probably try to discredit him from it, it's still gonna be what it's gonna be at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be what it's gonna be at the end of the day, money. And I'm gonna let y'all niggas know something, right? Niggas coming in my chat talking that slick shit. I'm not even addressing that shit no more. I'm just blocking you right off the rip because motherfuckers that you ain't never seen before, they just pop up talking slick, right? And I'm not finna address that shit no more. You just getting blocked, just right off the rip because them the same motherfuckers. They ain't hitting the like button. They not ever supporting the channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about you motherfuckers no more. You just getting blocked right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between having a difference of opinion, like because everybody can have their opinion, everybody can talk in the chat, right? But when you just come popping up talking slick shit out the blue, motherfuckers don't know who you is, ain't never seen you, you're just getting blocked. That's what it is from now on. I'm not addressing you, I'm just blocking you because them saying cats, they not hitting your like button, they not ever gonna drop nothing in the super chat, they never gonna support you. That's just what it is. They just pop up like some motherfucking roaches and shit. So, yeah. But yeah, man, it is what it is, dog. You sign the contract. You have a choice to do what you want to do on the day of the day of the second weigh-in. And that's on you. Do what you got to do. Do what you feel that's going, health. Your health is more important than anything. So if you choose money over your health, if you think you ain't feeling right, that's on you. I'm not finna get on here and cry about it and make excuses. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not. Like I said, we go back to Gary Russell. I never cried about it, made excuses for Gary Russell when he said that he was dehydrated and shit in the Vasyl Lomachenko war. The Vasyl Lomachenko fight. Batman said once Batman came out and said that he told Gary, look, man, fuck that. Going to win the fight. Don't try to kill yourself. And Gary made that decision to still, kill himself to make that weight. That was on him after that. You have a choice as a man to do what you want to, what's best for yourself. Some people, hey, they just want the bag. So Ryan, you already rich. It ain't like you doing. I can understand if it's a fighter that's kind of, you ain't really got money like that. So you need the money. But when you already rich, you already got money, that's on you, dog. Ultraman, he said, key and money. I appreciate your opinion, man. I appreciate your support for sure. But yeah, money, man. Let me get your last words before we get up out of here, man.
Shout out to the chat. Continue to support my bro. Much love to everybody out there, man. Subscribe to Money Brown TV. Follow me on Instagram at Money_the writer. And I just look at it like this. Once again, my last thoughts. I don't think Ryan is going in just for the money because he can fight anybody and make money. I think Ryan really want to beat Tank. I think he really think he can beat Tank. He have all the confidence in the world. He been feeling like that. And I don't think he gonna put himself in a fucked up position to where he know, or if I go into this ring with this rehydration clause and at the weight that he's telling me to come in at, I'm not gonna be myself. I don't think he would accept the contract and accept the fight if he felt that way. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't think he gonna put himself in a lose-lose situation just to fight no goddamn Gervonta Tank Davis. What his name is just as big as Gervonta Tank Davis, right? I ain't saying it's bigger, but his name is just as big and it's still growing to where he can go over there with Oscar and put whomever in the ring and make good money and still grow his legacy. So I think Ryan gonna be A-okay. I salute Ryan for being a big dog, stepping up to the plate, signing the contract, making the fight happen. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, and it's gonna live up to the hype, man. But until then, y'all come on over and rock out with me tonight. I will be going live at 9:15 tonight. I was gonna go live at 7, but got some things to do. So y'all come rock out with your boy. And much love to my brother Key.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man, jumping up here, giving your take on it, and appreciate everybody in the chat. And for the ones that I was talking to, y'all probably already blocked. You know what I'm talking about? So if y'all ain't already blocked, 9 times out of 10, I wasn't talking to you. But anyway, you know, I appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button. You know, appreciate everybody that came through, everybody that hopped up on the panel, on the panel and gave their opinions. You know, it's all about how you feel about it. You know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, I think we all can smile because we getting great fights. We getting big fights. And hopefully we continue to get big fights, and we will, you know. But we all know who really putting on the big fights. The company that should be going out of business tomorrow, I think. With that being said, everybody smash the like button. Y'all know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Appreciate y'all.